In this demo, we're going to review the management review section of the 27k1 software. The work that's undertaken in this section links very strongly through to the Conformance Manager. And between these two modules, reports are produced which derive from the work that's completed in the management reviews and in the Conformance Manager. Let's see how they work. In the management reviews, you can create a series of reviews. So this could be a monthly, weekly, quarterly meeting, however frequently you wish to run this, which returns time and again to the same agenda, which you can prepare here. You can also have the same individuals invited, or you can add more as you so wish. And these will be people who come to your monthly review. And the site information security could be the topic, or it could be any topic you wish. So that's a series of reviews that you can create, or you can have ad hoc type reviews. In this case, we're going to remain with the site information security. So ensure IT security of the site. This one's chaired by Peter. It's a Teams meeting, could be Zoom, could be in an office location. The same agenda has come through, but this can be varied. And here you can schedule people to come to these more ad hoc meetings as opposed to those who know there's a regular meeting in the diary. So you can add further personnel from the list of personnel in the organization. These can be added through, but here you can use the Windows facility to check their calendars and send them invitations once you've understood what their availability is. And you can send out invitations. From these meetings, you can take meeting notes. So again, the agendas come through. You've got a link to the minutes of the meeting and any notes as you wish. If you wish to, you can take meeting notes. And this is all recorded within the history log. We took the minutes. And if I scroll across a little bit, you can see that I'm the user. That's the link to the meeting minutes. Now, if this is a meeting to look at past activity, it could be that you want to look at, because this is focused on IT security, you may wish to look at previous non-conformances which have been raised, and each of these links takes you to the particular non-conformance. You may wish to look at the progress of your continuous improvement initiatives, and these have previously been raised and are being actioned, so you can check into these. Or you could look at action items raised from previous meetings and click on these links to go directly to those action items. So that functionality is absolutely available from the meeting. But at the same time, if you're talking about something that's a new situation, it may mean that that situation has caused a non-conformance or an action item to be raised. So if we click on non-conformances, it may be that there's a new conformance to be outlined. And for example, we could say that the waste and electronics equipment disposal directive is not being adhered to. So let's save that, because that's pretty important. The reason it's important is because information could be moving out from the site through equipment that's being disposed of, but it's being disposed of incorrectly. So we've got now an active non-conformance. It's probably a major. It was raised from this meeting that we scheduled for the 20th of December. Because I was in the meeting, I'll put myself as the originator of the non-conformance. Here's the description of it. The root cause is so I imagine that we have negligence in checking equipment that's leaving the organisation. So how will this non-conformance be reviewed in future? Well, we can review it in management review meetings, or we could put some other explanation. And preventive measures, So we'll appoint somebody to take responsibility for this work. Let's save that. And we've got a history, so we know everything that's been going on. And we haven't taken system notes, but we can do. So because this is an important non-conformance, we need to correct it. If we add a corrective action, we've already got corrective actions that have been created, but there needs to be one that's appropriate for this we directive. And of the corrective actions that have previously been created, none at the moment are appropriate to apply to this non-conformance. So we need to go to the Conformance Manager and create a conformance, or rather a corrective action, beg your pardon. So here we are in the active corrective actions, and these are those that are in place at the moment, but we don't have anything that's appropriate for managing the weed disposal. So let's add a corrective action. So we'll call that manage weed disposal, and if we copy it, that's the action that's required, and we'll save that. And what we've just created here is a corrective action with an individual number, but we haven't started the work yet. And again, I'll allocate myself to doing this, and we'll have a history log if we click onto here. So going back now to the non-conformances, we can see that this non-conformance has been raised. What we don't have is a corrective action, except we've just created a corrective action and we need to apply it. So clicking here now tells us that we have a new corrective action that we can apply. So we'll click on here, save that, and that means that we have a corrective action to apply to this non-conformance. But we need to work on it. So going back to the Conformance Manager, we need to track this corrective action. It's just been created. We need to put some dates around this work. So if today's date is the 15th of November, it's pretty important. Let's start on the 17th, and let's plan to finish this work the following week so that we know that information equipment leaving our site is secure. Because we've already become aware of it, let's make sure that we're 20% complete, because that's a good start. We could attach some evidence. So the evidence is so we've advertised for the job, and so we can check on this here because we've got a URL that we've just created. So we're doing the work, and if we look in the reports, in the conformance reports, clicking onto here will highlight all the non-conformances and the corrective actions that we're working on. In progress, completed. Similarly for the corrective actions, in progress, completed, or corrective actions with no conformances. But moving to non-conformances in progress, here we've just created this one. This is a new non-conformance that's been created from the management meetings. That's how it's been raised. The severity level is a major. The date, the originator. We've got all the information, and we know that we're 20% into this work. If I wish to, I can look at my non-conformances in progress by their severity. So I can click on this title or column and shuffle them by severity levels or date raised, from oldest to newest, and by originator, and so forth. So I can look at these. I can also produce a report. So if I click on here, this will produce a PDF, which I'll share with you. So date and time. This is a non-conformance reference. That's the non-conformance. It's a major. This is the information around it, as you can see, with the root cause and how it's going to be reviewed. And this is the corrective action. That's how far down the line we are in completing it. And this is the supporting evidence. So that report is there. Okay, and we're back with the system. If we then look at corrective actions, we can look at this corrective action which is in progress. This is here. The WE directive is not being adhered to, as you can see. This is the corrective action, and we're 20% complete, and we haven't actually finished this work yet. If we go to the work here, here's the work. It's only 20% complete, but to do more work on it, we can track that action and move things along as they are, and we'll have all the reports and all the evidence to tie into that. Lastly, with respect to reports, we've also got reports from the management review meetings that have been held. So in this particular management review meeting, that was the date it started with the attendees and the link to the minutes. And I can export that out to Excel or look at it in a browser. So in this way, by working in the management reviews, you can review work that's been done, you can create new work, you can add new action items with dates and times and priorities around them. And all of this will be reported in reports, and to manage it, you would go into the Conformance Manager and you can create non-conformances from here, create corrective actions from here, and track these corrective actions. This is all important work needed to support your ISMS. I hope you like the system. It's straightforward. Good luck in using it. Thank you.